The year is 1871. A German explorer named Karl Marx cuts through the dense African wilderness. Then he stops, because standing in front of him is something that should not exist. Massive stone walls, towering nearly 11 meters into the sky, stretching across the landscape like the remains of a lost empire. No cement, no mortar, no modern machinery, just enormous blocks of granite, stacked with a precision that still confuses engineers today. Karl Marx stares at the ruins for a long time, and then he makes a decision that will distort history for the next 100 years. He decides that Africans could not have built this. This was Great Zimbabwe, and at its peak, it was one of the most powerful cities in southern Africa. More than 18,000 people lived here centuries ago. A thriving empire built on gold, trade, engineering, and political power. Merchants traveled between this city and distant regions of China, Persia, and Arabia, while much of medieval Europe struggled through instability and collapse. Great Zimbabwe controlled powerful trade networks across an entire region. And these walls, still standing after more than 700 years, were built without a single drop of mortar. Every stone was shaped, aligned, and stacked with astonishing precision. Even today, archaeologists still debate how structures this massive were built so perfectly. But this is where the story turns darker. Because when European colonizers arrived in the late 1800s, they faced a problem. This city existed, and its existence destroyed the racist belief that advanced civilization could not exist in Africa. So instead of accepting the truth, they invented new stories. Some claimed the city was built by ancient Phoenicians. Others blamed mysterious travelers from the Middle East. Some even insisted it was the lost city of the Queen of Sheba. But every theory shared one thing in common. None of them allowed black Africans to be the builders. And in colonial Rhodesia, archaeologists were pressured, even censored, for publishing evidence that pointed to local African civilizations. The truth emerged slowly, painfully. By the 1930s, archaeologists could no longer ignore what the evidence was revealing. The pottery, the gold artifacts, the trade goods discovered inside the city walls. Every piece pointed toward the same conclusion. Great Zimbabwe was built by the ancestors of the Shona people, a highly skilled Bantu civilization that had developed here over centuries. They quarried granite from nearby hills, heating the rock with fire, then cooling it rapidly to split the stone into flat building blocks. No alien technology, no lost European civilization, no mythical outsiders, just extraordinary African ingenuity. But even after science answered one mystery, another remained unsolved. Around the year 1420, Great Zimbabwe was abandoned. Completely. Suddenly. No signs of invasion. No evidence of plague. No massive battle. No conquering army. One day, nearly 18,000 people simply left, and historians still cannot fully explain why. Some researchers believe the land became exhausted after centuries of farming. Others think shifting trade routes slowly drained the city's wealth and importance. But another theory still lingers in the shadows, that the abandonment was intentional, a spiritual decision, that Great Zimbabwe was never meant to last forever. And today, the ruins remain exactly as they were left. Silent, undisturbed, waiting. Great Zimbabwe is not a forgotten footnote in history. It is proof that the version of history many people were taught was incomplete, and sometimes deliberately distorted. A civilization that traded with distant nations, built monumental architecture that still stands after centuries, and then vanished without leaving a final explanation. Yet for over 100 years, the people who built it were denied credit for their own achievement. If stories like this fascinate you, tell Tell me what you think really happened to Great Zimbabwe. Drop your theory below. I'll be reading every comment. And if you want more forgotten history, hidden civilizations, and mysteries the world moved on from, subscribe to Curious Files TV. Because there's much more history waiting to be uncovered.